those other mountains where echoes used to be. I stood a soldier, fierce and free, defending love and legacy, fighting for my wife or kin, on land from ancestors' decree. Against the odds, I faced the storm, where strength only heroes see. On my ground, I won't back down. In the face of danger, my love will prevail. I'll rise above, with fire in my soul. A legacy defender, forever I'll prevail. Now the mountains whisper tales of battles left behind, as I trade my armor for a life of a different kind. With Bianca by my side, on this journey we bind, to build a happy life, leaving the shadows. Whispering mountains tell our story of love and strife. Through the valleys we'll wander, hand in hand, side by side. With each step we take, we leave the past behind. Whispering mountains guide us to a brighter life.
The New People's Army, NPA, is a communist insurgent group operating in the Philippines. It was established on March 29, 1969, as the armed wing of the Communist Party of the Philippines, CPP. The NPA's primary objective is to overthrow the Philippine government and establish a socialist state. The group has been involved in a protracted armed conflict against the government for several decades. Origins and ideology. The NPA was founded by Jose Maria Sison, a former professor, and other communist leaders. It emerged during a period of political unrest and social inequality in the Philippines. The group is guided by Marxist-Leninist Maoist principles, aiming to establish a communist state by waging a protracted people's war. Organizational structure. The NPA operates as a guerrilla army with a decentralized structure, relying on small units to conduct hit-and-run tactics. It has a military commission overseeing its armed activities and follows a people's army concept, attempting to integrate with local communities. Objectives. The NPA's primary goal is to overthrow the Philippine government, which it views as imperialist and oppressive, and establish a communist state. The group advocates for agrarian reform, national industrialization, and genuine independence from foreign influence. Geographical presence. The NPA is active in various rural areas throughout the Philippines, particularly in regions with widespread poverty and social unrest. The group often operates in remote and mountainous areas, taking advantage of the terrain for guerrilla warfare. Tactics and activities. The NPA employs guerrilla warfare tactics, including ambushes, raids, and assassinations, targeting military, police, and government officials. It has been involved in extortion activities, collecting revolutionary taxes from businesses and landowners in areas under its influence. Government response. The Philippine government has consistently labeled the NPA as a terrorist organization and has implemented counterinsurgency campaigns to eliminate its threat. Armed clashes between the military and the NPA have resulted in casualties on both sides, as well as civilian displacement. Peace talks. Over the years, there have been attempts to engage in peace talks between the Philippine government and the NPA, but achieving a lasting resolution has proven challenging. The NPA's presence and activities continue to be a significant challenge for the Philippine government, impacting the country's political and social landscape. Efforts to address the root causes of insurgency, such as poverty and social inequality, remain crucial in finding a sustainable solution to the conflict. The conflict between the New People's Army (NPA) and the Philippine government's army, particularly the Armed Forces of the Philippines (AFP), has been ongoing for several decades. The NPA, being the armed wing of the Communist Party of the Philippines (CPP), is engaged in a protracted guerrilla warfare against the government forces. Here are some key aspects of the NPA conflict with the Philippine government's army. Geographical scope. The conflict is primarily concentrated in rural areas, particularly in regions with a history of poverty, social inequality, and unrest. The NPA has traditionally operated in remote and mountainous regions. Guerrilla tactics. The NPA relies on guerrilla warfare tactics, such as ambushes, raids, and hit-and-run operations. Their strategy involves mobile and flexible units, allowing them to evade larger government forces. Military operations. The Armed Forces of the Philippines (AFP) conducts military operations against the NPA to suppress its activities and eliminate its presence. These operations often involve counterinsurgency measures, intelligence gathering, and targeted military actions. Human rights concerns. The conflict has raised concerns about human rights abuses on both sides. There have been reports of extrajudicial killings, forced disappearances, and displacement of civilians in areas affected by the conflict. Peace talks. Over the years, there have been attempts to initiate peace talks between the Philippine government and the NPA. However, achieving a lasting peace agreement has proven challenging, with negotiations often reaching impasses. Designation as a terrorist organization. The Philippine government has designated the NPA, along with the CPP, as a terrorist organization. This designation has legal implications and affects how the government deals with individuals associated with the NPA. Impact on communities. The conflict has had a significant impact on the communities in affected areas. Civilians often find themselves caught in the crossfire, leading to displacement, disruption of daily life, and economic challenges. International concerns. The conflict has drawn international attention due to concerns about human rights violations and the impact on the overall stability of the region. Various international organizations and human rights advocates have monitored the situation. It's important to note that the situation may have evolved since my last update in January 2022. For the most current information on the NPA conflict with the Philippine government's army, it's recommended to refer to the latest news sources and reports.
High up in the mountains where the air is thin, challenges await us, new battle to begin. Oh yeah, yeah, hand in hand, what's face forever may spin. Love supports that triumphs under the moonlit grid. Against the odds, we'll rise above. With every step we'll conquer and we'll love. Through peaks and valleys, we'll always win. Together we're invincible against the mountain.
One of my tenants is a 20-year-old young man from the province who aspires to become a soldier. As he undergoes training, he anticipates being deployed to Mindanao. My wish is that he will not have to take the life of a fellow Filipino but rather stand as a defender of his own country against external threats.
When the mountains embrace, we'll weave our song, tale of redemption, where we all belong. Love and forgiveness, forever strong, in this mountain's melody, where we all belong. With every note, we find our peace. Harmony surrounds us, brings us release. For the mountain's melody, it sets us free in the song of love and unity.
Now the mountains whisper tales of battles left behind. As I trade my armor for a life of a different kind. With with Bianca by my side. On this journey we bind to build a happy life, leaving the shadows behind. Ooh, tales of the mountains, they guide us on our way, on our way. Through the darkest nights and the brightest days. With others our armor will conquer all that we find. Oh, the tales of the mountains,